Can be real with me. That's why you're still with me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is GLAM. If you guys are new and if you guys are a returning subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I'm showing you guys how I got my date night makeup look. Valentine's is around the corner, so I want all the girlies to look sexy, feminine, sultry, enticing, all the things. When I think about date night, whether it's with the girls, your man, yourself, I think sexy, sultry. So this is the makeup look that I have done, and I'm going to show you guys how I got here. I've already prepped my skin off camera, but it has been sitting for a while, so I do like to take some type of like refreshing skin product, and this is the Tear coating glossy coating mist, and I'm just going to I just like to spray that on just to give myself a little hydration before I go in with my primer. For primer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Grippy Serum, and I'm going to add that onto my face. I like to take a brush and then spread out the primer all over my face. For this date night look, we're definitely going to do a very easy smoky eye. I'm going to prep my eyelids with a little bit of concealer. So I'm just gonna go ahead, add that over my eyelids. Bring the concealer up kind of close to the brow bone and blend it out. And we're gonna go in with a deep auburn brown color, which is this right here. I'm just gonna go in with like a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go in with this and brush into the crease back and forth. Going back into the palette, I'm gonna take like a warmer brown color, this one right here, the one above it, and I'm just gonna put that on my eyelids. So I'm just gonna sweep it on my eyelids. I'm using the same brush, by the way. And I'm just gonna make sure that like it's pretty pigmented, so I'm going back in quite a few times just to make sure the color is popping. We are doing like a brown smoky eye, and obviously I'm dark skinned, so you want to make sure that the product is really kind of like showing on your skin. So just add quite a bit of product and keep pressing it into your eyelids. Now I'm going to take a black eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild waterproof gel eyeliner, breakup proof one. This is one of my favorite drugstore ones. From the corner of my eye, I am just going to create a line close to my lash line. I'm not making any wing, I'm just kind of bringing it a little up, just a little bit in the corner like that. Then I'm gonna go back and kind of fill the eyeliner a little bit. I'm going to take the black part of my shadow palette, which is broken, so there's just like some in the corner. I'm gonna pick up some of that black, and then right on top of where I put my eyeliner, use that and continue to smudge it. It's gonna start to look smoky like the more you smudge it. Just do it to your satisfaction. I'm gonna go back in with that same brush and kind of just go in circles and just make sure everything is like blended together. Do the same thing to the other eye. Start from the inner corner, work your way as close to the lash line as possible, and try to bring some up and blend everything together. Now I'm going to take my NYX Epic Wear gel eyeliner, and I want to put like a very thin eyeliner. After smudging the liner that you just put and adding like shadow, it became smoky, so I'm just adding this to add some like intensity of that black, because again I want my eyes to look very like intense and sexy and sultry. Going back with the your eye pencil, I'm gonna go in and add the liner to my waterline Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the same eyeliner and add it to my tight line, and I just like to go and close my eyes and do that like maybe once or twice or 3 times. And I'm just gonna go on the outer lash just a little bit with a light hand, and I'm going to just go back and forth and add that. You guys see, like, it just became so much more intense. Like, oh my gosh. When you're doing this, just be light-handed so that you can always go back and add more, but you don't want to be like super heavy-handed in the beginning. So if you want to add more, then you can go back and add some more. I'm going to take the same brush that I used on my crease and eyelids. Ooh. I'm going to take that same brush and I'm just going to blend that brown and eyeliner that I put on my lash line, blend it out and soften it out. You don't want this to look harsh. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I'm going to do my lashes. First, start by curling my lashes. Taking my L'Oreal mascara. And I'm only going to do the top of my lashes. Just put one coat and coat them really, really well. Obviously, I will be putting some lashes on, so you don't have to go too heavy-handed. But I want to make sure that they are coated so it blends with my lashes when I put it on. My lashes, I'm going to be using these cat eye styled, and cat eye is kind of like, you know, more of the lashes kind of are towards the end of the eye. It just lifts your face so well, and it just gives that like sex appeal in the eye. Lashes are on, and now we can finally get into the face. So I love doing a full coverage face for date night. I have a new foundation that I'm trying out, which is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. I've heard a lot of things saying that it's full coverage. This is in the shade Hot Fudge. So I'm going to go ahead and put that all over my face. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. Oh, this is great coverage. For liquid blush, I'm going in with the e.l.f. blush in the color Coming In Hot Pink. And I'm going to add on the highest cheekbones. Cute. I started putting blush on my chin as well. My blush brush. And I'm just going to blend that out. I'm bringing it pretty high on my face because, again, I want my face to look like lifted and kind of like cat eye-ish. Taking a little of that blush and kind of going like underneath my eye as well. I know, like, you have to really trust the process here. I've blended out my blush. Now I'm going to go in with my contour stick and add a little bit of contour to my face. I'm going to go in with that. A little more. Chin area, the jaw. I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. And I'm going to add that over here. Towards the corner of my eye, I'm going to make sure to really like make it sharp and lifted because we want our face to look like, okay. I'm gonna add some here, add over here, and I'm gonna save my nose for later after I blend. I'm gonna let the concealer sit, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the contour that I put all over my face. And I'm just using like an angled brush to do that. Blend this out. When I blend out my cheekbones, I like to kind of just blend up into like the blush so it can all blend together. I don't know if you guys can see, it's like just blending really nicely. I like to take this back into my hairline instead of forward, so I'll blend this upwards and not downwards. Alright, to set that, I'm taking my Fenty Beauty Thick Mint bronzer just to add a little warmth and to set that into my face. but I like to go over it and then bring it up a little bit as well. Alright, now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer. When I'm blending out my concealer, I really make sure like the edges are blended because again, you don't want it to look super harsh. And I always like to start from like my chin, then do here, then my under eyes. Before I blend out my under eyes, I do like to take my pressed powder and my powder puff and go ahead and set the areas I already blended, which is like my chin and my upper lip. Just so everything is set in place. I'm gonna go back in and blend out our under eye. Really focusing on this area to make sure that it's like very like sharp. And I like to bring it all the way like close to my like tail of my brow. Once I'm done blending on my under eye, I do like to take my brightening concealer and place that on top. But I really focus this like on the inner corner of my eye. Just like right there. Just like that. And I'll take like the tiniest bit and create like a line over there. I don't let this sit for too long, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that. And when I blend that, I'm really just like pressing it in place and I'm not spreading it out. Going in with the same setting pressed powder, I'm going to set and press my under eye. Make sure I get it right up under there. Taking a lighter highlight pressed powder, taking that, which is much more lighter than I am, I'm going to focus on the areas that I put my brightening concealer. So it's gonna look pretty bright. I'm gonna take my pressed powder for my face and I'm just gonna go ahead and with the same foundation brush I used and just kind of press and set the rest of my face with this powder. After I do my face, I then like to go and contour my nose because I always feel like every time I try to contour my nose, it just doesn't look the way I want it to. So I'm gonna start and just go down. I'm trying to make it skinny. We love a skinny nose over here. And then I'm gonna go here and round it out. Taking another fluffy brush and I like to blend my nose contour. And of course I bring it up towards my brow bone like this. Now I'll take my concealer and have another flat brush and I'm going to highlight my nose. I like to kind of start from the middle and work my way. Okay, my beauty blender and be careful to like blend this out because you don't want it to like spread because it's gonna make your nose look like bigger and we want our nose to look skinny. So just a very light hand. Just blend it in place. Set it with some pressed powder just to make sure everything is set. Just to add a little warmth to my face, taking the Fenty Thick Mint and I'm just going to use that to kind of like blend and add a little more color to my nose. Again, when I contour and blend my nose, I blend inside because that's what's going to make your nose appear smaller. So for blush, I'm going in with the e.l.f. pink blush. This is in the shade Bright Pink, not me breaking the top. Blush brush, and I'm going to put that on my face. Just right exactly where you put the other. Taking like a warmer red blush and putting that very high up just so you know. kind of balance out the pink a little bit. The part is adding my bottom lashes. I'm taking my Essence Lash Princess mascara and I'm going to add my bottom lashes. I like to be very heavy-handed with this, so I'll probably go in with about like 2 coats. This further makes like the eyes so intense. Even though they're already intense, the bottom lashes, you cannot skip this. Like, do you see the difference between bottom lash and no bottom lash? It is night and day. The makeup is almost finished. I know, it's a process. Last step, I'm gonna take my pressed powder and just add that carve into my face because I love having a snatched face. To make that less harsh, I do go back in with my foundation brush and I'll just blend that so there's no harsh lines, but it's still gonna be there. You can kind of still see, like, you know. I'm gonna take my loose powder and I'm going to set my under eyes. I probably should have done this before, but I forgot, literally. So whatever is remaining, I'll just like put it on my forehead and all the other areas. I'm gonna take my Tear Mask Fit Makeup Fixer and set my face. Get my hair out of the way. Take my hair. Set everything and lock it in place. I'll take my Makeup Revolution Super Hold Misting Spray. This sets your makeup in. To finish up the looks, of course, the lip combination, I have the NYX Professional Matte Lip Liner in the shade Club Hopper, and I'll use that to line my lips. And I'm going to overline them today. For the lippies, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Ferris Nude and my Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in Chai Genesis. I'm going to mix these together. I'll start off with the Maybelline, and I'm going to, of course, I'm going in with a nude lip. And I'm gonna take my lip liner on the edges and just blend. I'm taking my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Amber, which is like a similar color to this, and I'm going to add that gloss. I'm just going to take a clear gloss and seal everything together. And putting this all over my lips. Finishing touches, I'm just going to go in and add a little more translucent powder because the setting spray that I use kind of adds like a film that I don't like, so I'm just going to set that away. So this is the final look for my makeup look for date night. As you can see, the eyes are definitely giving very sultry, very sexy, if you ask me. Let me know what you guys think about this makeup look. I'll link all the makeup products I use down in the description box, just in case you're wondering. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below, join the family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! I don't even care if you lie to me, 'cause very much the kids about me these days.